right, Aries, we're tapping into a message for the next 7 days. Okay? Aries, I'm really proud of you. You've been working on yourself really hard, Aries. I'm seeing it through this whole entire spread here. Yeah. I feel like ever since you had this spiritual awakening, Aries, you have been going through a spiritual awakening, trying to find who you are, trying to accept that you made some mistakes from your past, but also realizing here that some people aren't meant to stay in your life, Aries. You learn to trust in divine timing and turning the clock off when it came to when somebody here was going to get their karma, or when things were going to be more balanced in your life, Aries. Your spirit guides, I feel like it took a little bit for you to realize this, but your spirit guides were a part of the reason why, like, you're going through this big transformation, because you're starting to connect more with them, Aries. You're starting to connect more with them in a way that's like beautiful. And because you have been sticking within the now, the present, and being very grateful for what you have, it's a lot for what you have, but also you're learning to be happy for the experiences that you have been through that were very hard, that you possibly felt stuck with in the past. You're very grateful. And because you've been working on yourself and staying within the now and the present, your ancestors, your spirit guides are now coming in to balance something out, Aries. And I feel like because you may have been dwelling on this, I feel like you were dwelling on this, Aries, when something was going to be more balanced out, or when karma was going to come in for people that did you dirty in the past. But because you learned to turn it off and you trusted within divine timing, you're now receiving some type of gift. It's spiritual. However, it's more like you're going to know that your spirit guides are there. They're going to start letting you know. All right? You're going to start feeling tingles up and down your body. You possibly already feel that. You're going to start feeling vibrations. Like you're being handed a certain gift that's going to help you elevate spiritually. You're staying in the King of Swords energy right now, where you're sitting in high honor right now. So the people that were sitting, like, you may have dealt with people from your past that maybe looked at you like you were this, okay? But now you have authority, and now you have some type of control and power over your life, where now people are looking up to you because you're now sitting in king energy. Okay? You might be seeing, I'm seeing here, like, you might have like birds, a certain bird. There's a white dove or like some type of white bird, okay, that is like around. You might see a swan. Something with a white bird is very significant during this rage. You might come across one, possibly. Swans, you might go for a walk and see swans in the river, pond, wherever they are, as well as like a dove. And I feel like your spirit guides are like shifting. I'm not trying to be weird or anything, but I feel like they're shifting in and out of these animals to make sure that you're in alignment, that you're staying in routine, okay? Death card in the upright. Listen, you put a death to the old you. This is the old you, Aries. Ever since you left some chaotic situation from your past, or you just let the past rest, you've been really like focusing on growing, okay? Because you see this tree, you might be sitting underneath a tree. I don't know. I see somebody here reading a book or sitting like in one of those benches at the park. And this is just sticking out to me that somebody here might be actually reading a book. There's a certain tree that you gravitate towards. And I feel like, I don't know if you're meditating near there, or maybe you just find peace sitting next to it. Keep doing it, because it's a certain tree that you're supposed to be sitting near. For that's really specific right there. But ever since you put a death to some type of situation that was blocking you, and you know it was blocking you, You've been growing like this beautiful tree. Okay? Five of Pentacles here. You may have felt stagnant in the past, but now it's like you're no longer feeling stuck. You're no longer feeling stuck when it comes to, you may have been stuck spiritually in the past, or maybe feeling stuck in regards to many aspects of your life, but you're not stuck anymore. You're getting out of some type of stuckness that was stagnating you with your success and everything that you were trying to do that was supposed to align you. Eight of Wands. You might be traveling soon. I see here somebody's going to be traveling soon. Okay? It might be, I don't know, you might live near the Poconos or somewhere in up north. You might be traveling soon to go near like some type of river. I don't know. Ohio is significant. I see Vermont and Massachusetts and New York, New Jersey, PA. Okay? Where somebody's here is going to be traveling, but this can also be like, you got to take it slow. Like things are really picking up for you, Aries, but then there's going to be a time where you're going to be able to relax and kick your feet up, possibly travel here. Okay? And I feel like while you're on this trip, you might actually be traveling. While you're on this trip, I feel like it's going to be a very spiritual trip for you. Okay? Like, you might come across like people, like strangers that are going to be like, okay, he's like licking himself. It's so loud. You might come across strangers that are very unique, just like you, Aries. And I feel like you might be come across like a feminine. Could be feminine or masculine, but I feel like it's going to be a feminine here. And it's going to remind you of somebody like your mother or your grandmother. And it might be somebody that passed away, possibly. Or it could be an aunt, okay? Somewhere like that where it's a mom, aunt, or a grandma, great-grandmother. You're going to come across them and it might end up being like, it might end up being them. I'm sorry. Sometimes our ancestors and our spirit guides have a funny way of showing us like that they're there. And sometimes they shift in and out of bodies. I feel like you might experience, because you've been doing so well with your spiritual journey here, you might actually get a visit from one of your spirit guides or your ancestors, and they're going to shift into somebody here that's very spiritual and unique on your travel. Aries. And they're going to point you into a direction that is unbelievable. It may possibly be like an exercise that might be good for your health. An exercise that's supposed to make you feel like more like logical and clear-headed to your decisions. Because I see here that you might have a leadership position somewhere where you work, or you might be your own leader. But if you've been dealing with some like brain fog, you might possibly run into somebody here. Maybe you might not even have to travel, but you might possibly run into a spirit that's going to let you know, like put you in the right direction, what you need to do to unfog your brain, basically, to put you in a position where you're able to think more clearly. You are thinking clearly, but even more. So if there is days where you feel like groggy and fuzzy, you might end up feeling like you might have a technique or some type of an example that you're able to do to help you. 10 of Wands in a reverse is you being more clear with your boundaries and having those high boundaries. But Aries, it is okay to let people in, okay? It is okay. Like even you're getting rid of old people. You're burning down bridges with certain individuals that are meant to be burned down, but also is okay for you to gain new experiences so that way you can also be that guide for others that is required and needed. Okay, during your spiritual journey, it is okay to open up that door for others and also help other people, because there may be somebody you are here. I'm talking to an Aries that is a guide for others. Okay. And you may have gone through trials and tribulations where you felt stuck or you just weren't able to find your people. but you don't need, like, you, it's okay, Aries, to also keep like that door open for people that you meet. Okay, to keep that window open for them, so that way you can get to know other people, because they're not, everyone is bad. You're gonna meet your type of people, but just keep those boundaries, and you are already aware of what to look out for and what not to give attention to, Aries. There's a lot of balance that's coming within the near future. All right. You may be already experiencing this balance. And as you're balancing out what needs to stay and what needs to go, and just flowing with the universe, shit's gonna start going in your favor. It's already going in your favor, because you're going through a spiritual awakening and you're becoming more aligned with yourself, where a lot of people are respecting you, Aries. They're respecting you. And because you're getting that respect, you're going to be more happy, because it's going to be from people here that are real, authentic, are worthy of your time. Okay? Because I feel like you've given your time to too many people, way too much time. And now it's your turn, Aries. Keep working on yourself, Aries. This is confirming one of my past reads, many past reads. It's about 2 or 3 with this energy. And I feel like it's coming up again, because now it's confirmation that you're going through it. You've started your spiritual awakening, and you're so aligned right now. If it does resonate, guys, please like in the comments. Please like, subscribe, or comment on my content. Peace out.